Fife Flyers TV, sponsored by the Bay Hotel, Fife's premier wedding venue.
The room is incredibly low right now, as one can imagine. It's been a very trying month for us as a group. And, you know, I'll start by saying, I suppose, the positive of the night. I think that both crowd and players were up for it tonight. You know, there's a couple things that are plaguing this team right now, and it's something that you know we're all well aware of, but we haven't really come out and said it. So it's important that we're honest and upfront that effort level is one thing, but we have a number of individuals in this lineup that we count on for offensive production. We've seen that drop drastically from certainly past expectations of players, where we are nightly getting punished for our individual errors. Our power play, which we've been claiming for weeks here, has been up at 20%, has dropped after this weekend. It was ice cold. You know, there was a positive note. I thought young Sam Jones really looked comfortable out there on that tonight, and it's something that we're going to look close at. And there's other guys in the lineup. I thought Barry McKenzie played well this weekend. You know, I've been hard on him, but hard for a reason, because in the top 9 he needs to be a successful player. You know, and he was doing the little things this weekend that are going to make him successful. You know, maybe he needs a couple looks out front and standing in front of the net. He was successful in preseason when we were short bodies. So power play, offensive production, because honestly, I mean, if you look at it at the games over the course of the month, with the exception of the two Sheffield games, where, you know, the last time at home, there was no effort level there, and you know, it was really quite a low point. I think that the same can't be said about tonight, but it's a hell of a hockey team they have over there, and you know, it's just a Fife bench it's a lonely place right now.
Do you think tonight's result was a fair reflection on the overall performance tonight?
No, I mean, I think that they came out very quickly out of the gates. They were flying a guy up the middle of the ice, and they got some early chances off that. We had to make a quick adjustment, and I thought once we had made that adjustment, you know, we contained that quite well. Certainly in that second period, which I felt was our best period of the night, we severely limited their shot tallies, and outshot them 2-1. But once again, yeah, it's important to get pucks on net, but we're not bearing pucks right now. And I think we only have one player, which would be Tim Crowder, averaging over a point a game. There's 3 of them. I think it's Gauthier, Cazzola, and Shaber, just under a point a game, and then it really starts dropping off after that. We need to find ways to bury our opportunities, because, you know, you put 37 pucks on net and you rely on a shorthanded goal. It's not good enough.
You mentioned just previously about individual performances, and I think that's probably what the pivotal thing was tonight in tonight's game. So how do you get those individual performances back up to the standard again?
Part of it's confidence, but that's the farthest thing from an excuse, because the players are certainly given the opportunity to build that confidence, and part of it is just having that desire to I thought, like I said to you earlier, I thought we worked hard in areas, but the fact of the matter is you can see the difference, small subtle differences that teams are having success against us. It says that fight at the net and that drive is the ultimate goal. You know, the puck will go on net. I'm driving to the net with a purpose. And this week we worked heavily on net drives. A couple times we did. One of the guys who was doing it well tonight was Barry. And when you drive to the net and you stop on top of that crease, that's where you're going to find these pucks. If you're holding back and not willing to fight through those D-man, you'll never get yourself into those scoring positions, and then you end up on the outside of the pile. And we may have possession, but we do the same thing. If we can keep a team having possession on the outside, that's fine. You can skate around the outside all you want, but Dowd did it to us twice. He threatened around, and he lost his guy, and the puck ended up in the back of the net. So it's just having that little extra oomph that, it's that X factor that we definitely have guys in this room that can bring this. But, it's a conscious choice mixed in with confidence.
Moving on with welcome Belfast here on Wednesday night, and then Cardiff on the Saturday night here in Fife. Another tough run of fixtures coming up. Yeah,
I mean, you could say any team in the league. It's another couple teams that will be vying for the championship. This has been a month where we've faced all the top teams in the league, and we haven't fared well in it. I think currently we sit 5 points from possible 18, which doesn't translate to success in anybody's books. I also addressed the players, and I said, I think it's important that I do stick my neck on the line with the bosses and fight for possible reinforcements to come in and also freshen things up and put a competitive element in our dressing room, that if you're not performing and you're not producing like you need to, then you'll find yourself having to fight back into the lineup. It's an element that we don't have right now, but one that would be a little bit of positive pressure goes a long way.
Is that something that's been made available to you to bring someone else in?
No, because I would have that. But as I said to you, I think it's important that it's be a positive step in the right direction.
It just finally, outside of hockey, we've seen a lot of the fans' tribute tonight at the start of the second period for Rebecca Ray. What did you make of that?
Yeah, I think that's incredible. We should be. This is a small knit community. It's important that we recognize these things and do the little things as a team and as a fan base that just shows why this is such a popular sport with so many people. I think that a lot has been made, and it's easy to be sensationalist and looking to create stories out of nothing. I'd said at the start of the interview that the crowd were up for it and the players were up for it. One doesn't start off the other. I thought that they both feed off each other. It's important in that dressing room and out on that ice. We bring the effort level that is going to get the reaction out of the fans. And, I thought they were tremendously supportive and got behind the guys. And you saw the guys feed off that for a big part of that game. And that's important. And that minute, it was bigger than ice hockey and significantly more important than ice hockey. But even that noise in the building, you just saw the guys get that extra boost from noise out of showing respect for an individual in our community. And it's important to me as a coach and us an organization and them as players to find a way that's going to bring that buzz about this building, because people are sitting there waiting for it. It just needs to happen.